The RMT's on strike today. Why?
We're on strike because we haven't got a resolution to our dispute. It's the issue of jobs, pay and conditions, cuts to pay, cuts to conditions and mass redundancies that the companies want. There's no proposals to resolve that, and we're out along with the postal workers. We've got very much the same issues, details are different, and we're delighted to be with them, supporting them, they're supporting us, but we're also delighted with the turnout of ordinary men and women that want to support what's going on and want change in our country.
We'll come to what's happening here with the Enough is Enough rally in a moment, but just for the time being, could you tell us what you've been offered in the negotiations so far and why it's unacceptable to the RMT?
Well, we've been offered nothing for half our members, the train operating company members, the passenger rail, and we've been offered 8% over 3 years by Network Rail, but in return to that we'd have to accept thousands of job cuts, we'd have to accept drastic changes to our conditions which they know are unacceptable, and so none of those offers are going to cut the mustard, and we need a new approach from the government to get a new deal and to settle this dispute.
At the end of the day, anyone who's angry about your strike can rest easy, can't they? Because Liz Truss is about to introduce some legislation that's going to make it much harder for you to strike in the way that you're doing right now.
Well, they've been doing that continuously since 1980, since Tebbit. We've jumped through every hurdle. That's why the RMT has got such a high profile, because we always beat what they put in front of us. We'll put legal challenges up, we'll put industrial challenges up, and we'll get people on the street supporting us. Liz Truss will be gone before the RMT, I can guarantee you that.
Beyond the rail strike, we're here for the Enough is Enough rally at King's Cross. Can you tell us what's happening here today?
Well, it's trying to link up all these struggles and the basic demands are straightforward that I'm sure everyone supports. We've got to have a solution to the energy crisis and the bills crisis, housing, the cost of living, the food crisis where food banks are even in trouble now. And we've got to tax the rich properly in this country so that there's a redistribution of wealth going in the right direction towards ordinary men and women, not towards the super rich. So that's what it's about, but it's about letting people express their anger and about giving them the ability to organise and fight back, and that's what this is the start of. 50 cities around this country, well, we want to make that 100 city. Every city in the country has got to stand up and fight this government and fight this mad right-wing turn that is going to destroy us if we accept it.
So based on the last 3 weeks then, you're not that confident that Liz Truss is going to agree to your demands?
I don't even think Liz Truss knows what our demands are or what time of day it is, so we'll have to deal with what's in front of us. Anne-Marie Trevelyan has made some constructive noises, but we'll have to see if that materialises properly. We'll work with the people that run the economy and run the businesses that we deal with, and we'll seek a deal. If we can't get one, we'll have to continue our campaign.
How will the mini-budget affect people that work on the railway, not just your members, but also the people at the top of it?
Well, it'll affect the people that run the railway and run transport because they're earning $2.5 million. The poorer ones are earning $1 million and $1.5 million. Every man jack of them is going to get this £50,000–60,000 tax rebate next year, which Kwasi Kwarteng has bestowed. Our members will be paying for the energy crisis through their bills. Even the Office of Budget Responsibility have said that everyone under 155 grand will be worse off. And of course, the budget's going to be cut on the railway and in all services, health, education, care, whatever you want to name. So they'll be affected like everyone else. So that's why we've got to have change.
What did you think of Keir Starmer's speech at Labour conference?
Well, he looked confident. He looked like he was determined. He's in a party that needs to win the election. We'll help him if he's on the side of the workers, and we'll criticise him if he's not. That's the way democracy works. So I want this government to fall. I want an alternative government, and we will press this government and the new government, no matter who it is, to address a workers' agenda. And that is the same in Scotland and in Wales and wherever we've got influence. Whether it's in a county council or a parish council, we will fight for a workers' agenda no matter who's in power. Do you think I'm going to call the fire brigade out in a minute because I'm choking?
Yeah, I think we need him. Do you reckon Keir Starmer has got a workers' agenda? I mean, last time I spoke to you, you said he was in a bunker somewhere with Peter Mandelson. It looks like he's emerged from it a bit of a social democrat, according to the Labour Party conference.
He came out of his bunker last week. He may have a social democratic agenda. That will be progress. If he unshackles the unions and gets rid of the anti-trade union laws, if he nationalises the railways and funds the public service properly, that will be progress. It's in our class interest to change this government and get a new one. I told somebody else that Noddy could run the country better than this lot, so Keir Starmer will be an improvement on Noddy and Liz Truss. So We've got to fight for change. That's the only game in town. And I would call on every worker to vote for change. We've got to get them out and get someone else in that's going to help us progress as a society.
Probably need to let you go because you've got to give a speech. You feeling nervous?
Who knows? I never know what's going to come out, so let's see what happens.
Light work for Mick Lynch. Thanks very much, mate.
All right, cheers.